guys, and welcome back. Today I'm watching the original Ghostbusters film, the one that came out in 1984. I've never seen it before, and as someone who loves film and also specifically loves 1980s films, it's kind of shocking that I never got around to watching it, but I just didn't. I decided to finally watch the film so that I can understand what's happening in the new Ghostbusters film, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which came out yesterday. Besides the general theme of the movie and the small references and pop culture that it has, I don't really know much about the film. Besides that it's like a group of 4 or 5 people hunting ghosts. But in general I don't really understand the plot of the film. I don't have much information about the film. It's not something I've watched or really looked into or know much about in general. I've never seen any of the Ghostbusters movies. I know there was 2 from the original in 1984, so there's a sequel after that. And then there was a remake about 5 years ago, and then there's the new one starring McKenna Grace and Finn Wolfhard. So very little context when we're watching this film. And then I'll also hopefully be doing a reaction to Ghostbusters Afterlife in a few weeks once it is out of cinemas. If you're not subscribed yet, please do. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers and I can't thank you guys enough. I am hoping to be posting more, and I say that every video and then don't end up posting more. But my goal at the moment is to post hopefully once a week, and if I can stick to that then I'll slowly increase it, hopefully. Thank you guys for being so patient. I recently changed my logos as well, and I made a new intro for the video recently. Please like the video as well. If I missed anything or there's anything you'd like to let me know, please comment down below. I reply to all my comments that I get. I enjoy talking to you guys, and we'll just get straight into the video. Very dramatic music. The color grading is beautiful, especially for the 1980s. Very different score. Iconic logo, iconic intro song. Ghostbusters!
Is it a star?
It is a star.
Very good. That's great.
Okay. Right.
I think they're all friends. They have sort of a strange relationship so far where they seem to know each other, but they don't seem to have much of a bond.
Torso
Is that a real ghost? Well, not a real one, but a real one. I feel like they would have spent longer trying to prove that ghosts are real, and they would have been like, "Ooh, you're such an idiot for believing in ghosts," and then bam, the ghosts are real and they have to catch them all.
Ready? Get her!
So far, camera works great. The effects, not the best, but for 1984, probably was blowing people's minds. It was probably revolutionary for the time, especially having to CGI over like already filmed shots and everything. The score is what's absolutely blowing my mind. The score is phenomenal. I can completely understand why that is one of the most critically acclaimed pieces of art in the 80s, especially for this film. The colour grading's quite nice. The script writing's quite average, like the dialogue they use and the relationship between all the friends seems quite clunky or underdeveloped. I'm not sure if it's just the beginning of the movie or if that's just how it's supposed to be and that's just the personality of the characters coming off. The acting's fine. I'm hoping it's just because it's the first act of the film that it's all just feeling a little bit misplaced and that it'll come together and like very soon it'll start feeling a bit more smooth. I love the set design and the film work. Composition's great, coloring's fantastic. The only thing I am not 100% into is the script writing. The idea for the plot's fine, just mostly the dialogue. Even for the 80s, I can't say it didn't age well because they even had fantastic actors in the 80s. Whereas the visual effects didn't age well, but for the time, it was beautiful. Whereas good acting is good acting no matter what year it's filmed in. Ooh, Sigourney Weaver. He sounds like the Moose.
I feel great.
Moose's Moosei.
20-minute
From
workout on my
Brother
machine.
Bear.
Played it back at high speed, so it only took 10 minutes. I got a great workout.
I think it's supposed to be
noises
cheesy.
in the middle of the night.
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
I think they're
You
doing it
or any of your
intentionally.
family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
The things moving by themselves, those visual effects, I love. I do not understand how they do that in the film industry. It will forever blow my mind. It reminds me of Poltergeist so much. The original Poltergeist film, one of my favorites. Wow. Today the first day she's ever experienced anything weird, because that house looks very lived in. She's been there for a while. most casually, absolutely.
Janine, any calls?
No,
Any messages?
no.
Any customers?
No, Dr. Venkman.
Good job, isn't it?
Well, who would make up a story like that?
Some are people who just want attention. Others are just nutballs who come in off the street.
All I can hear is Garfield, and it's driving me crazy.
Get him, Garfield!
Get 'em, John. Tell you what, I'll take Miss Barrett back to her apartment and check her out. I'll go check out Miss Barrett's apartment. Okay?
I don't like his douchebag attitude, but I'm sure it's just part of his character design, but it doesn't mean I like it.
That's the bedroom, but nothing ever happened in there.
What a crime.
Those eggs should be moldy as
Dana.
hell.
Are these the eggs?
Yes.
I don't think you're crazy.
That makes me feel so much better.
Yeah, I'll solve your little problem.
Okay.
And then you'll say, Pete Venkman's a guy who can get things done.
Right.
I wonder what makes him tick.
This is like borderline
I
harassment.
wonder if he'd be interested in knowing what makes me tick. No kiss.
Gross. He sucks. I don't like Dr. Venkman. That's like harassment, and you shouldn't treat women like that. I get it's the 80s. Ugh, but ugh. Ew, the 80s was 40 years ago.
Hello, Ghostbusters. Yes, of course they're serious.
Story, fantastic. Visual effects, amazing. Characters, I have no connection to them at all so far. I barely like them.
Full test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I. No sense worrying about it now.
See, that interaction there, that was good. That was fine. That didn't make me want to punch anyone in the face. The last scene with Dr. Venkman made me want to punch him in the face. That's beautiful. That right there. Mwah. Visual effects, fantastic. Also the costume design, iconic, amazing, love it. But that was great. Ooh, look at him. Wow, see the fire effects? Great. That ghost, decent for the 1980s. I've seen worse. I watched the Clifford movie trailer from last year, and that was arguably worse than that green ghost. So I'm not going to say that was too shabby.
He slimed me. That's great! Actual physical contact!
Okay, sir, if you and your staff could please wait out here, we'll take care of everything.
They've already done a lot of damages to the building.
I've always wanted to do this. And the flowers are still standing.
Working, Ray?
Why didn't they do that in the first place instead of destroying the whole room? Looks exactly like the one from Stranger Things.
Handy dandy little trap here, and look, it even opens and closes. Look, look, look.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Did you see it? Stand aside, please.
Hi, this is Larry King. The phone-in topic today, ghosts and ghost busting. The controversy builds, more sightings are reported, some...
This montage. This montage is what I like out of 80s films. This is great.
Do you
Ooh, they
believe
got
in
a
UFOs,
banner.
astral project?
I'll see you Thursday.
I'll bring the Royal Lance Guide and we'll eat and read.
He's met her once and has a creepy fixation on her and she's allowing it. Maybe he was just trying to be funny and charming. I don't think it came off as funny and charming at all.
There's a man from the EPA here to see you. He's
So
waiting
weird
in
seeing
your
people
office.
smoke inside.
EPA, what's he want? You gonna answer that?
Quit better jobs than this.
And would the storage facility be located on these premises? Yes. And may I see this storage facility? No.
I think I'm liking the characters more if I just take them more seriously and understand that it was 40 years ago. Oh no. That was good. Ooh.
That's great. I'll tell everybody you're coming. We're gonna play Twister. We're gonna do some break dancing. Here. Hey, let me in. It's Louis. Somebody let me in.
But again, harassment. This poor woman deserves better than men harassing her. And her just being okay with it. Smack that man. He's harassing you. Ooh, Stranger Things vibes. Ooh, season 1, yes. Ew, ooh, I hate that. Ew. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a new phobia of couches. Oh, that reminds me of Poltergeist. Ew. What the fuck? What the fuck? The movie's been holding back. If it can do that the whole time, it can make better looking ghosts. They spent all their budget on that one.
Okay, who brought the dog?
Oh wow. Oh, that looked awful. That's fine. That's bad. Oh my god. See, it's okay there. What the hell? It's the 80s. Be nice. The hell low budget. Be nice. But that looks like garbage. The other visual effects are great. Just occasionally they'll do that.
Are you the keymaster?
Yes. I'm a friend of his. He told me to meet him.
That's what that means! In the Mortal Instruments, in the first half of the book, Jason and Simon are meeting, and Simon introduces himself like that. Yay! I thought it was a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Jace Wayland, Demon Hunter. Simon Lewis, Keymaster. You the gatekeeper? I've no idea what you're talking about.
What a lovely singing voice you must.
Good job, Sigourney Weaver. That must have been an easy role.
Are you the gatekeeper?
Oh, he's possessed as well.
You better bring him inside. Met the Keymaster. He's here with me now.
Set design. Look at it.
Bad news, honey. I gotta go to work. Haley's
Don't kiss unconscious women. Gross. Beautiful. Set design again. Stunning. We have 30 minutes left of the film and we've just opened up to our big problem. I'm loving the timing. I'm loving the plot layout. The script writing's getting better. I feel like the dialogue's less clunky and it's sort of like more built into their personalities now instead of just feeling poorly written, which I'm quite liking. Set design's still fantastic. Costume design, the score, everything's amazing. For 1984, the visual effects, most of them are quite good. I understand for the budget they had, it was decent for that time. But they also had a lot of visual effects too, so obviously not every visual effect could get the same development. But most of the visual effects are quite good and visually stunning. Some of them aren't the best, but it's decent for 1984. Sigourney Weaver's doing a great job at this film. Honestly, kind of carrying it.
Columbia Building, 57th Street. I'm in a hurry, so let's...
That's great. It's better close up than it did far away.
Power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
This has been so fun to film. Look how many people they've got on set. Half the shots I'm like, couldn't be better for 1984. And the other half I'm like, really? I'm sure that wasn't easy to do. They really should have hired a bigger team as well. With like how popular they are, you think they'd have at least 8, 10, 12 people on the team. They can't do it all themselves. And another receptionist, you think they have people handing in resumes like this much more. Again, the colour grading is beautiful.
Hey, where'd these stairs go? They go up.
Some of the dialogue is just brilliant. I think the whole point of there being a massive problem and them turning the power surgy thing off was there's ghosts everywhere. Why are they only here? Why aren't they everywhere?
Well, whatever it is, it's got to get by us. Right. Go get her, Ray.
See, he said that line seriously, but he was smiling. I don't understand the emotions they're trying to portray. That's fine.
No! It can't be. What is it? It can't be. What did you do, Ray?
Oh, shit. We'll cross the streams.
Excuse me, Egon. You said crossing the streams was bad.
Cross streams.
Spengler!
That's 3 US the full time.
Oh, Spengler. Oh, are you okay?
I feel like the floor of the taxi cab.
Vicky!
Oh, they're alive. Cool.
Oh.
Crossing the streams wasn't even that bad. It was just mildly average. Did a lot of destruction, but didn't damage them.
Somebody turn on the lights! Help somebody! Go check on that little guy.
Who you gonna call?
Forced romance in my horror comedy action movie. Gross. The good use of the things like that. Short conclusion. That was over fast. Well, that was interesting. For 1994, that movie was quite good. I found some of the tropes they used a little bit different, and considering the movie went mainstream, it was very popular and people watched it, I think now watching it, I would assume it would have been for more of a niche audience, just given the ungeneric plot conventions. But I guess because it had mainstream actors in it for the time, that really helped and made it more popular. The visual effects for the time were probably great and outstanding, even based on what I've seen from films around that time period. They normally don't use that many visual effects, so the fact that they even had so many in the film really showed that it was a work of art and they put a lot of effort into the film. Looking back now, most of them are laughable, passable. Some of them I still consider impressive, but what impressed me the most was the volume of visual effects they used. It wasn't just 1 or 2 ghosts or just in 1 or 2 scenes. Almost every other scene had some form of visual effects in it. The score was probably the thing that impressed me the most. It was quite original, but also conventional for the time. I was very impressed with that. I liked most of the plot given up to about the final act. I like how they got straight into it with the ghosting. They didn't I thought they would toy around more with the idea that ghosts aren't real, but they made everyone there sort of a believer and just jumped straight into the ghost stuff, which is less realistic than I would have liked, but also when you got a movie called Ghostbusters and it's a horror movie like that, you sort of do have to jump straight into it. And the final sort of act of the movie felt quite rushed. It was also quite a long movie for the time period. I didn't like the final scene too much. It felt kind of ridiculous and weird for a movie about ghosts bringing in like an ancient ritual and like all these god stuff and the giant marshmallow man running around. That's the part that made me think it was going to be aimed at more of a niche audience, because that's not normally a typical trope in films. I did like it, it just wasn't very conventional to me. The other part I didn't understand a lot was how they wrapped it up so quickly and then they just ended the film straight after. There was no development, none of the characters developed, there was no cleanup, there was no explanation, there was nothing. He kissed the girl and the movie faded to black. Also don't like the romantic relationship between those two, it was kind of gross. But Sigourney Weaver to me was the standout actor in that film. She was the one who I felt like I understood what she was trying to portray. The other ones, I don't know if it was me, the writing for the film, the actors. Don't understand half the line delivery and the dialogue wasn't the best to me. I don't think that's the actor's fault. I think that was kind of the script writing, and I think that was just the style or sort of format they were going for the times. But looking back now, I'm like, well, that's not the best. But for the time period, I can completely understand why that made sense for them and why that's what they went with. And I can respect that. The scenery, set design, and costume work were all fantastic. As a whole, I think it's a pretty good movie. I'm glad they're remaking it. I believe some of the original actors are in the film as well, and they're making it with younger people. The casting choices they've made for the new one, I feel like are a better choice. I'm hoping they can put the budget into it, and I'm hoping if they have good writing. I still kind of hope they use some niche tropes and aren't just like a typical blockbuster film. I kind of hope they carry that over to the new film and it's kind of different and they try something new. But I'm very excited to watch the new one. I think the new one will do quite well as a film. Whether it does well in the box office number figures, I don't know. The pandemic's still putting up a pretty good fight against cinema and box office. So that'll be a bit of a bummer if it does flop, but I'm hoping people can look past that and just understand that it might be a good movie anyway, even if it doesn't make the box office numbers. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I missed anything or you have anything to comment, please put them down below. I haven't done many movie reviews before, but I'm hopefully going to be doing some more because I do quite enjoy it, and it is a lot less filming time than doing a whole season of a TV show. If this does well, I will hopefully be doing Ghostbusters Afterlife soon, and I'd also like to do all of the Spider-Man films because I've never seen any of the original ones. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, click the like button down below. As I said, you can comment anything you like. I reply to all of them. Subscribe if you're not yet. I really do appreciate the support I've been getting, and I'll hopefully be posting more soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!